Hello, Miami. You're watching 305 Sports Now, your home podcast and channel for all things Miami sports related. I am Will.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me.
Hey, what's up, Miami? Hope you guys are having a very wonderful Tuesday afternoon. And I just gotta say one thing, it's good to be back. I have been a combination of under the weather, and I've also been on vacation as well, as you saw with some of the shorts, etc., and so on. So thank you for your support, and thank you guys for bearing with me as I'm trying, I'm gutting it out, I'm grinding. I like to say about the Florida Panthers in terms of giving you guys the great show. Now, I will say this, though, I have been very happy and thrilled. Miami currently ranks top 10 in recruiting. They're ninth ranked on 247 Sports. The Jabari Antoine acquisition was awesome. We were sweating a little bit as Canes fans as crystal balls were going to LSU that he would recommit to LSU, especially with LSU picking up DJ Pickett from was said to have been an Oregon or Miami commit. They pick up DJ Pickett. People thought Jabari would want to join DJ Pickett. That didn't happen, thank goodness, because we have Jabari Antoine, and it really must sets a very strong cornerback field, as you're going to have Chris Ewald on one side and Jabari Antoine on the other if the commitments stick all the way to December. I will say this though. I still stand by what I said. I do think that DJ, if the season goes well, DJ is likely to be on flip watch. I do think that the call to home, having family here, is something that DJ may enjoy, and may want to be a part of over being at LSU. But again, I think there are reasons that he did pick LSU. His father had known for 2 weeks that he was going to commit to the Tigers. That being said, though, I will say this, though. You never know what a kid's thinking. Okay, we all thought that DJ Pickett was going to go over to Oregon. I thought he was going to Miami. A lot of us here in South Florida thought he was coming to Miami, but a lot of the more national guys were picking him to go to Oregon. People and the national guys also were picking Jabari to go back to LSU and recommit to LSU. The funny part is that you never know what a kid is thinking. I've said that since last year, especially we had some shocks and so on, and we've been the benefit of some surprises. So you never know what a kid's thinking. All this stuff, the analytics, what a kid's doing, all these projections is all fine and dandy. The bottom line is, though, these kids are humans, and they do decide where they want to go. And they're the only ones that really know. No, none of us really know. We just speculate. All right, but I want to talk about this young man. Okay, enough about Pickett and enough about Jabari. I want to focus on this young man. Now, I've been seeing Bryce Fitzgerald on Twitter quite a bit. I've seen him also on other elements of social media. As he's a Columbus product. He's a 4-star athlete, out of Columbus Senior High School, a very talented defensive back. But not many of us are talking about him. We focus a lot on Pickett. We focus a lot on Antoine. Now the conversation has geared itself towards Ben Hanks Jr. But Bryce Fitzgerald is somebody that is in our backyard, and I'm wondering why we're not really talking about this young man. He hasn't been crystal ball to go anywhere. He is expected to commit sometime, I believe, late August as well. But when I was doing some research on this guy, and I know there are people that have talked about him. I know some of you guys have mentioned in the comment section, what about Fitzgerald? I know on Twitter he's been a topic, or X, he's been a topic of conversation. I know Juba Batman has broken him down before as far as breaking down, his talents as a defensive back. But as far as on the On3 networks, as far as other networks as well, I don't hear much talk about Bryce Fitzgerald. Bryce Fitzgerald is a beast, man. I mean, he is a solid defensive back, a solid safety. He's from Columbus, all right? And Columbus does produce very good college football players and NFL players alike. He's 6'5", 172 pounds. He is the 13th best safety in the country. That's nothing to sleep at. All right, he's of all safeties in America, he's ranked 13th. He's the 22nd best player in the state of Florida. And for 2023, as a junior over in Columbus, he had 10 interceptions, 2 of them returned for touchdowns. The kid is a flat-out animal. He's a flat-out beast. Okay, when it comes to football, he is a solid tackler. Also, a former 2-sport athlete as far as it goes. Okay, a lot of these basketball players transition very well into football and vice versa. Originally played basketball, puts himself in the right position to make plays. Okay, sorry guys, I'm a little nasally. puts himself in the right position to make plays, solid tackler, can stop the run, not afraid to challenge a running back as far as power for power goes, solid ball hawk as well. He is not going to make a mistake. Or if he does, he'll make very few mistakes. Okay, he's a guy that understands routes, understands receivers in a position of route runnings, makes good guesses as far as how to break routes. Will go for the interception, but not afraid to bat a ball down either as well. He's just a very good football player. He's very long. He's 6'6", but he's long as well. His wingspan is very good. I was give about 6'1", 6'2" as far as wingspan goes. Very fast, typical South Florida athlete, typical Columbus High football player. Very fast, solid footwork. Can break as well. You can't beat that. I mean, you can't beat that from a football player. So again, we have to build depth at the defensive back position. I do think if we could get a kid like Bryce Fitzgerald, who has been offered by Miami, has been offered by Georgia, has been offered by other schools at the Power Four, I think is a young man that we should also be talking about in case the Ben Hanks element doesn't come in, and in case we can't flip DJ Pickett, or in case we lose maybe a Timothy Merritt because there's too many cornerbacks in this recruiting class. It's the kind of guy that you want to have, on your squad for depth as well, and he could potentially be a starter as well because, again, very good football player, has a great vision for the game as well, is very coachable as well, a solid young man, goes to a solid school as well in Columbus that breeds solid football players as well. So I wanted to bring a bit of attention to Bryce Fitzgerald because I think that's somebody that Miami and Miami fans should also be looking at as a potential Cane as well, because I do think that he has all the tools to be a very good and very solid Canes football player if, we could get him. The Ben Hentz thing, so on. A lot of stuff going on there as well. We don't know how that's going to turn out. It seems like Miami's a good position, but so is Florida as well. So we'll see how that goes out. But this is a kid that's literally in your backyard. All right. He's about 10, 15 minutes away from the University of Miami where he plays at. So I do think that we should be focusing a lot more attention on this young man. Maybe the Canes are, all right. Maybe he is getting texts and calls a lot, and we just don't know it because the coaching staff is very quiet. But as far as the fan base goes, as far as punditry goes, as far as podcasting goes, as far as reporting goes as well, Bryce Fitzgerald is a guy that we should be focusing more as a very talented football player and one of the elite defensive backs in this 2025 class, which is very strong, by the way, in defensive backs, as we have seen by the amount of kids that are being recruited and committing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you heard, please, that's it for me. All right, short and straight to the point. If you like what you heard, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to 305 Sports. Now, I will be trying to bring on some Cane commentators this week. I'm working on something with Alex Dono for next week, since it is the week leading up to Canes Fest. Yes, Canes Fest is August 4th at Hard Rock Stadium, in which we get to interact as Canes fans. I don't know if they're doing a scrimmage this year like they did last year. I didn't see that on the announcement, but the players will be doing meet and greets and signing autographs with the fans as well. So August 4th at the Rock, okay? I think gates open at 2. The festivities start at 2:30. So if you want to meet some of us Canes content creators are going to be there. Just go right ahead. Feel free to say hello as well. Meet the players. Enjoy yourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, again, cannot emphasize, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to 305 Sports. Now hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.